Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome in, everyone. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You could look at past performance. You could look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Juke the defender. Breaks through, and he might break away. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Running once more with Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's a give up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. I know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Here's the lone back on the handoff.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. It's the Seahawks beginning their drive here. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. They go play action here. He connects downfield on 4. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Handoff headed right to Henry. Escapes a defender. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
All in left side. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawks football. 1st and 10 from the 41. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Henry on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. They give right side to Henry. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, and they go right back to him. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Working quickly here. They'll run here with Henry. Is in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. The Seahawks offense, look at this. They aren't leaving the field, lining up and going for 2. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete! And he's in for the score. That's 2 points, and their lead grows to 15. kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Reeled in by George Kittle. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So we're through 3 here. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd and long for Daniels. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you what, anytime we get to see this safety display his range, it's a thing of beauty, not just in the passing game, but look at him navigating all that traffic downhill and applying the hit to stick it behind the line.
Daniels from the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Oh, good effort there. Didn't get the feet in, though. It looked like he had them both. Couldn't tap the second one down, incomplete.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Out of the gun, Henry. Blast through midfield. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. He breaks the tackle, and he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Seahawks in very good shape, up by 15. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now, off play action. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Henry's going to try to pick it up, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Running once more with Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. So for our crew, my partner Brock Ewart and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate.